Bye-bye hair. Wait. Wait. We just traded Joe Flacco? We traded Joe Flacco? That changes everything! Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope you're recovering from that debacle versus the Raiders yesterday, man. Now, the Eagles are sucking my soul out, man. They're sucking my soul out. All the joy that I get from each week watching football is getting ruined by this team. And there's so many things that I have a problem with that we're going to get into, I'm sure, all week. Starting with Howie Roseman, okay, and Jeffrey Lurie. But today, I want to talk to you guys about a trade that just happened. I just got home, just was able to make a video of this. I may or may not be live tonight for football to talk more Eagles, but we did have a trade go down. Joe Flacco gets traded to the New York Jets for a conditional 6th-round pick in 2022. That could be a 5th-round pick. Now, the Jets stink, so that will be a pretty low 5th-round pick, pretty high 5th-round pick. You know what I'm saying. An early 5th-round pick if Joe Flacco plays enough snaps. I don't know how many he has to play. But the Eagles trade Joe Flacco. So everything has changed. We have turned everything around now. It is full go. I'm just kidding. And you know it. I'm being sarcastic. I still got to pay for a bet I had with myself. I'll be doing that later this week at some point. But as far as this trade goes, I don't care. I got to be honest. To me, I think you could get a late round pick for him, trade him. Go ahead. Because the fact of the matter is, Gardner Minshew right now is a better quarterback than Joe Flacco. So he should be the backup. Yet, he has been inactive for every game so far this season. So, yeah, if you could trade Joe Flacco for a late pick and get something for him, sure, why not? Especially, you know, the Jets are trading a guy who they could have signed cheap in free agency. They didn't do it. Now they need him back because he was with the Jets last year, if you remember. And we're going to get a pick for it. So I don't think it's a bad move. One thing how he does well is trades. That is true. He always does trades. So I think they got some value here. It was a matter of time before you had to make Gardner Minshew the backup quarterback. Now, how does this affect the Eagles team this year? Because there's a lot of people who are like, dude, Jalen Hurts has got to go. Or Jalen Hurts should be benched. We should play Gardner Minshew. Me, I'm not there yet. I definitely see flaws in his game. I see where there's big problems. However, I got to let him play it out. In my opinion, I want him to play more still. I'm not ready to make that change. I just can't. I see his deficiencies, right? Obviously, we see it. I just wonder how much of this coaching staff and how bad they have been is hurting this guy's development. That's what I don't know. But like I was telling Joey Shakes last night, shout out to Joey Shakes, I was like, you know, one thing Jalen Hurts doesn't have to look over his shoulder at is Joe Flacco. The Eagles are not going to bench Jalen Hurts at any point this season for Joe Flacco because Joe Flacco, he's older, okay? And as long as Gardner Minshew is inactive, there will not be any pressure on Jalen Hurts. But the game, when we start seeing Gardner Minshew dress, at that point, I could see how Jalen Hurts could have more pressure on him, where you could hear the ramp-ups of the calls to see Gardner Minshew. Now, Flacco is gone. Gardner Minshew will be dressed. He will be the backup quarterback. And even though Nick Sirianni at his press conference, the guy's freaking clueless, let's say. I don't understand what I'm hearing from this guy. The guy says he doesn't look at defensive films. He doesn't know this. He don't know that. Yeah, he has an answer for everything. Well, this is what you got to do, and this is what you got to do, and this is what you got to do. But you don't do it. Do it. Stop talking about it. You know, this guy's a fugazi. I can't believe I bought this guy's crap. Anyways, I do think now, when you have GMs who's hopefully in a position where his ass is on the line, coaches who got to feel pressure and heat coming for how bad they have been. It is possible that if Jalen Hurts is struggling, at some point you may see Nick Sirianni put in Gardner Minshew. I'm not saying it's going to happen. He claimed today in his press conference that he has no intentions of it, but I would expect him to say nothing less than that. However, you got to wonder. You've got to wonder because first of all, we don't know how much the Eagles love Jalen Hurts. And I say that based upon all the reports we've had all season where they wanted to go get Deshaun Watson, they wanted to go do this, they wanted to load up on draft picks so I don't know. Now, this front office has a way, and this team has a way of doing the worst possible thing you can do for a quarterback. They have a way of doing it. So, if the Eagles are struggling, will they put Gardner Minshew in? I don't think right away, but I think it's a lot more likely that could happen now that Flacco is gone and that Minshew's the backup than when Flacco was the backup. When Flacco was the backup, it wasn't going to happen. Now, we'll have to see. How soon, I don't think it would happen for a while. And personally, like I said, I would rather play Hurts out more. And if we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. If we get a higher pick at this point, let's do it. All I know is if you lose to Detroit this week, it's over. Everything is over. There's no recovering from winning to the winless Detroit Lions. There's no recovering from it. Where's the recovery? There is none. You're done at that point. You're 2-6, and to me, you're done. If you beat Detroit, yeah, you may be able to claw your way back into a respectable, win column, possibly. The question is, will Dallas stumble and make it close in this division at all? That don't look likely. But the Joe Flacco trade, sure. You get an extra pick, fine, big deal. I mean, Howie Roseman loves 6th-round picks. What do we have, like 90 of them last year? How many of them have worked out? Eagles got problems. They got big problems. And it starts with the owner. It starts with the owner, and it goes to Howie Roseman. And until you fix this problem in the front office, I don't know how you fix anything else. I don't know how you can deflect any responsibility off of Howie, off of Jeffrey Lurie. They hired the coaches. They traded the franchise quarterback. They fired the Super Bowl winning coach. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. Now, they go ahead and trade Joe Flacco. Gardner Minshew is there. And look, this team has a history of ruining quarterbacks. What are they going to do to Jalen Hurts? I do think this puts a little pressure on Jalen Hurts because I think Gardner Minshew is more capable than Joe Flacco at this point in Joe Flacco's career. So will it have an effect? I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing. I think it puts a slight bit of pressure, maybe puts the thought in the back of Nick Sirianni's head saying, hey, we could go to this guy now. However, will it go that way? I don't know. A little good news I want to talk about real quick before I go. Miles Sanders didn't have any broken bones or anything like that. Thank God. He looks like he's going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. That's a good sign. I want Miles back this year. I want him to get a chance to show how good he is. I thought he was going to have a monster game versus the Raiders after that first drive, and then he got hurt. But that is some good news. A lot to talk about. I will try to go live later today. We'll see. But with that said, let me know what you guys think about the Flacco trade. To me, it's fine. Get a pick. Gardner Minshew's the better quarterback already. And yes, I do think it's slightly going to put pressure on Jalen Hurts and put seeds in the back of their coach's mind. Coaches have a way of saying, hey, look, I'm doing everything I can do. It must be this guy. And then trying to find some reason to blame somebody else other than themselves. Is Nick Sirianni doing that? Who the hell knows what that guy's doing? I think he's sniffing a lot of glue. That's what I think. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat. Saved by Joe Flacco, mother humpers. I guess I don't have to shave. All our problems are solved. Joe Flacco's traded, right? He's traded. What can you do? Psych. I better pay my bets. I bet myself with myself. First guy in history ever to lose himself betting himself. What are you going to do?